Hello, everyone. Welcome to this re-recorded session of the test series preview. There was some problem with respect to the slides in the live session, so I'm re-recording this session, and you can go through this once again so as to have a better clarity. So let's divide this entire session into three parts. The first, we will talk about the schedule of the test series itself. We'll get into the details on the number of tests and the topics and why tests have been scheduled the way it has been done so. The second aspect we'll discuss is about the extra support which will be there for you all, about also the empowerment sessions, extra sessions which we have kept as part of the test series. And the third part, we will be discussing about the process of how you will get access to the portal, how we'll register into the test series, and how the test series will be conducted. So the first and foremost, let me share with you the schedule. Let me just share the screen. As far as the schedule is concerned, we have put in overall 12 tests, as you can see. Then out of 12 tests, there are 8 section-wise tests and 4 simulated full tests. All 4 tests will have as many questions as are asked in the exam, right? So there will be all the tests, all 12 tests are full-fledged tests, including as many questions as are asked in the exam. And we will follow the same pattern, similar type of choices, and everything will be given. Same section-wise division of questions will be there for all the 8 tests, okay? Out of these, 8 will be sectional-wise, in which we will try to cover the syllabus. Certain units have been put together in one test, certain units have been put together in other different tests. So this is how we'll be conducting 8 tests, 4 on paper 1 and 4 tests on paper 2. Once the section-wise test is over, after that we will be having 4 simulated full tests, means that will be 2 tests in these will be on paper 1 and 2 tests will be on paper 2. First, we will have 2 tests on different days, and the last 2 tests, one of paper 1 and one of paper 2, will be conducted on the same day, just to, present before you the same system as we follow, as is done by UPSC in the exam, because you have to write the tests on the same day. Now, let us look at quickly at the scheduling of the test as has been done. If you can see that you are getting sufficient amount of time, like around 2 weeks to 3 weeks for the preparation of every test. The first test is going to be started on 13th of August, which is on paper 1, Introduction and Administrative Thought. We have kept only 2 units because these are very comprehensive and fundamental units. You should give more time to it, and you should practice more questions out of these 2 units. So in the meantime, if you are planning to join the test series, then you can start your preparation. On 13th of August, we will be conducting this test, and the test will be followed by the discussion the very same day. The test will be posted around 1 at noon. At around 1 p.m. we will be posting the tests, and after that you can take the test anytime. Like on 13th of August, after the test has been posted, from 1 to 4 or 2 to 5, you can write the test or the way it suits you. And 5 p.m. onwards, we will be having a detailed discussion on the questions which are there on in these tests. You will be provided, along with that, you will get a detailed question answer structure for all the questions that will be there in the test. So that will be the pattern we'll be following up in all the tests. Now, one thing I can make it clear, that it is better you follow the schedule which we are providing you. On the very day the test is scheduled, the test will be posted on the portal. The question paper will become available at around 1, and after that you can write the test, and discussion will be in the evening. In case if you want to have your own free schedule and you do not want to follow our schedule, that also is possible. So the day you want to write the test, you can open that particular test, write it, and then you can post the answers as per your convenience. Okay, so there will not be any problem. And the discussion, whatever discussion is conducted on the day of the test, that discussion will also be available in recorded form. So you can watch the discussion when you have actually written the test. So things are going to be absolutely flexible as far as the scheduling of the test is concerned, as far as your submission of your test papers, or as far as convenience, which can be there with you with respect to whenever you feel like watching those video sessions or the recorded session of the test discussions. Right, so this is how we are going to follow. The first eight tests, one after the other, alternate tests will be of paper 1, paper 2, paper 1, paper 2, so on. And you can see that the last test, that test number 8, is going to be conducted on 17th of December. This is the last of the sectional wise test. So by 17th of December, you have done your one revision of the entire syllabus. This you have done unit wise. Comprehensively, you will be preparing all these units. So by December, your syllabus has been done once. After that, we will start with some empowerment session. So we will have 4 empowerment sessions, as you can see, on 24th December, on then we have on the 7th January, on 28th January, and on February 4th. So these 4 empowerment session, I will be giving you a little more brief afterwards. Let us just finish the discussion on the schedule, then I'll give you more detail about what we are going to do in these empowerment session. Now you see on 14th of January, like after from 17 December to 14 January, you have around 1 month time with you. Okay, like last sectional test is on 17 December, first full test is on 14 January. So you will have 1 month time in which you can completely revise your paper 1 once again and write a full test on 14 January, followed by discussion the very same day. Similarly, another month you will have to prepare and revise your entire paper 2 and write the test again on 11th of February. So we have given sufficient amount of time for you to revise the entire paper and write the test. In between, there will be some empowerment also happening with respect to content and new areas, which we'll be doing through these empowerment sessions. Then after that, on the 3rd of March, that means after 20 days time, which we are giving 10 days, you can allocate for both the papers. You can quickly revise both the papers and write 2 more full tests on the 3rd of March. Right, both the tests this time will be conducted the very same day. And the discussion we will not be having that day. Discussion will then be followed up on 5th and 6th of March. Right, so this will help you to at least have 1 full coverage of your syllabus, and then 2 more revisions through these full tests. And I think by the end of this test series, you will be completely and thoroughly prepared as far as your optional is concerned, not only in terms of revising your syllabus, the content coverage, but also in terms of the way you have to learn answer writing practice and also time management practice for the exam. Right, so this is about the schedule. The schedule has been kept keeping in mind that the students will be preparing for next year. So how you can best utilize your time now, so that you do not take any extra stress after your prelims examination. Your optional is completely prepared. You can give more time to your GS preparation. I would suggest right now you can focus a lot of time for your prelims preparation and also try to cover optional alongside, so that things become easier after prelims for you and you can focus more on your GS mains preparation. Okay, the course fee, as has been given over here, is 9,500 for any of the students who want to join the test series. But for our students, our older students, there will be 20% relaxation in the fee, and it is 7,600. So the process of enrollment, I will just be telling you in a while. Just wait for that. We'll be discussing in the third leg of our discussion. Okay. In fact, this is the link where you can go and register, right? bit.ly at the Academy. There you can register yourself. Anyhow, I will tell you. So this is about the schedule of the test. Second thing I wanted to discuss, let me reshare the screen. Yes. Now, in this, we have, if you can see, let me just explain to you. First of all, let me explain the evaluation criteria. What evaluation criteria are we going to follow in the test series? It is going to be absolutely similar to what is followed in the UPSC. But here I wanted to tell you, like, the purpose of the test series is to make you people learn and minimize on the mistakes, minimize on your, the something where you require a lot of improvement. So we'll try to sort those things out one after the other in the subsequent tests. So we are going to give you marks on all the questions that will be there. Along with the marks, question wise and overall, you will also be given certain extra remarks, right? Marks will be given on the questions. There will be a lot of comments and remarks in detail will be there with respect to every answer, but in general, in the overall test, you are going to be given some general remarks on certain parameters, which I'm going to mention over here. And on these parameters, you will have to ensure that in the next test, you don't commit those same mistakes again, right? Your comments, whatever comes from this, it's consistently improving in every test. Every test has to be taken as a kind of, a milestone for you in your preparation for main exam. And every test for you should bring a transformation in your answer writing, in terms of your expressions, in terms of your presentation, right? You have to ensure that. Otherwise, there will not be much use of having the test series. If you end up doing the same mistakes again at the end of the test series, there's no point. So we'll have to evolve and you have to transform completely as far as writing skills are concerned. So let's see what are those criteria. The special remarks in general, as I say, will be given in these areas. First and foremost, there will be remark on the presentation. Second one, on the relevance of the content. The relevance of the content will include how well you have understood the question. It is about understanding of the question, because then only you are producing the right kind of content. You will first of all bring the base level facts, the base content, which will also be part of relevant, like from where are you bringing those basic content on facts through which you are going to answer, right? And the third thing will be including is the concepts, how clear your concepts are, the way you are arranging your content, the way you are presenting it, right, in logical manner, how clear your concepts are. Third thing, we will focus upon explanation and flow, and this is somehow related to your conceptual clarity. If your concepts are very clear, if you have understood the question properly, the next level apart from the content is also how well you are explaining how you are bringing a flow in your language, right? How you are creating a sequence, how things are logically concluded also, right? And then we have to see that what all can be mentioned in the point form, what can be mentioned in the paragraph form, right? Whatever can be reduced into point form in the answer, you can write in point form. But wherever analysis is required, you may have to write something in the paragraph form. So there has to be a combination of everything in your answer. Then the language and the expression what you are using, on which also you will get some remark, and you need to consistently improve upon them. Analysis and dimensions, apart from the basic content, two things which will make your answers different from other people is how much of analysis is there. Now, the scope of analysis, though it depends upon the nature of the question, yet there is something like, even in the discussion, what extra viewpoint you are bringing, from what aspect or what perspective you can look at the things. That is what your analytical skill will, project. So one thing is that, and second is number of dimensions which you can. I have always been emphasizing in our discussion in the class also, when we discuss question and answer, that how you need to increase the dimensions in your answers, right? This is how you will stand out from the other people. So on all these areas, there will be special remark, and then how much of value addition also you are doing to your answer. Either you are bringing some examples or cases, or you are drawing some diagrams, certain types of figures, some flow charts, how to make the presentation better and add more and more value, or maybe certain interrelations, maybe some theoretical input you can put from paper 1 into paper 2, or maybe certain examples you can take when you are elaborating the theories. Those examples can be from India or from across the globe, other countries as well. So it's all about value addition. So on all these different areas, you will be given in every test, in general remarks will be there, and every subsequent is you have to see that how you evolve as far as these remarks are concerned, right? So this is something which we will follow in general as far as the evaluation criteria is concerned, apart from the same marking pattern and schemes as generally is followed in the UPSC. Now, along with that, let's see what other support you people can get through the test series. First one is we will be making some extra answer writing videos, right, which will be available for everyone, and that will also help you to improve upon your writing skills. So I do not want to waste your time in discussing those as part of our sessions, which are part of test series. This will be something extra which can be given to you. Then we will have recordings of discussions also. All the discussions, test discussion, as I told you, its recording will also be available on the Akademy web portal and also on the test series portal. So you can go through the test discussions also afterwards at your convenience, whenever you, or if you want to repeat or certain things you haven't understood or could not note down, you can always go back and watch those sessions again. Then there may be some extra doubt clearing session. Like now this will be but based upon the requests or demands of the students. In case if you people feel like that you have collected your doubts and all of you have many doubts, then in between the test series, we can have some extra sessions also, some live sessions where I will take up all your doubts, which may arise out of the test series questions or which may arise out of anywhere else also. So we can have some doubt clearing session also in between, but based upon your request, if you will have those many doubts. Or otherwise, you can clear your doubts even in the test series discussion sessions also. But we are open to having extra doubt clearing sessions also along with those discussion sessions. Then you can submit your answers for evaluation in between the tests also. It means that apart from the test series, what you're writing, if you feel like you want to write something in between also, maybe at practice at home, like let's say one or two answers you are writing in between the tests also, you want to get those evaluated, that also can be done. So you can post them also. We will create a separate window for submission of those answers, and those can also be evaluated. So there will not be any problem. And then those students who are not our classroom students, those who maybe are joining for the test series program separately, for them, if you want, you can also be made available. You will be made available the notes, the booklets which we provide, the notes in PDF form, that will be given to or can be given to you. Okay, if you want that. So these are the extra support. Then let's talk about the empowerment session which we have. 4 empowerment sessions, 2 for paper 1 and 2 for paper 2. For paper 1, in the first empowerment session, we are going to cover topics which are more peripheral areas, maybe certain theoretical developments which are new and new updates have come, maybe some new paradigms have come, has evolved. So those things can be discussed here. We can get into discussing some extra concepts which sometimes are found in the literature of public administration from philosophy or sociology. Some of those extra, maybe some extra paradigms, certain approaches, certain methods, or maybe certain thoughts also we can discuss what I feel would be important for you, on which somehow some kind of questions have been asked in the past also. So this will prepare you for any unforeseen. Also, there will be a brief we can include on some of the thinkers which otherwise are not mentioned in the syllabus or which we have not covered in the class as such, but there are passing references of some such thinkers, like maybe someone like Elvin Gordner, right? Or Robert Preston, maybe some sociologist, some idea which may be relevant for governance. So we can cover some of those thinkers in brief also, but we will be doing only in brief. I mean, in case of suppose that the direct question comes, which sometimes in the past had come also on peripheral thinkers, though usually nowadays those questions are not coming, but you have to be prepared for the worst. So that also we can do very smartly, and maybe in point form, you can just follow up with those thinkers, and it will help you to make your preparation more comprehensive. Then as far as paper 2, the first empowerment session of paper 2 is concerned, so there we are going to talk about the new and emerging issues in Indian administration. Now here, it's not about the only current issues. This is about some emerging issues which are there, maybe some areas where reforms are required, or some challenging the continued challenges which are there in administration, or maybe something which has been thought about as an issue over a period of time now that required redressal. So we will pick up some of these issues from different areas of the syllabus, and we can discuss these issue-based questions over here. Then there will be a brief discussion on reforms also, maybe in different areas, the major reforms that have been suggested by the committees. What has happened recently, that we will discuss in the next empowerment session, which is on current affairs. But what has been proposed very briefly for different areas, that discussion can be taken up over here. So once this is complete, that means you can easily integrate these points with whenever you write answers on those issues. Then we will also include some new analytical frameworks. Like a lot of people, they have been doing some studies on areas related to governance, or areas related to Indian administration, where they have come up with some kind of understanding or an approach of looking at the problem or issue. So those analytical, like for example, even Niti Aayog comes up with in its document certain new principles through which the problems of Indian administration could be resolved, right? In fact, the entire reformation of the institutional reform of how we transform from planning commission into Niti Aayog also, it has some analytical frameworks there. So you should understand what are these analytical frameworks, and some of these new ones we can discuss as part of these sessions. Then, of course, value additions with respect to new dimensions, maybe some cases, some examples, what you can take from recent happenings. And this will be like unit wise, we can have some discussion on these as well. So this is your first empowerment session on paper 2. Now, the second empowerment session on paper 1 will also include the new ideas which may have come from various reports, right? So new, I'd say, experiments which have been happening in different countries. And this is there usually in the World Bank report, and even for that matter in the United Nations and its agencies, like for example, WHO. In WHO report also, you will get some innovations on governance, because the way different countries may have dealt with any of the health related challenges or epidemic or other things, then there's an example, right, in the form of governance, in the form of like governance related reforms or initiatives, or administrative reforms or initiatives, which can be used then while you write your answers. Then we'll say latest reforms in the governments which may have happened across the world in the very recent times. Some of them you already know. I mean, whatever has happened as part of NPM, which I discuss anyhow in class in detail, but a lot new ones which are coming, maybe new technological changes which are happening and their impact on administration, or now the usage of artificial intelligence in the quarters of government across the world. Those things can be discussed, and recent challenges in issues in public administration, not only like in developed world, but also across different countries as well. Then we have the empowerment session on paper 2. The second one will include mostly the current issues in Indian administration, the recent reforms which have been taken up in various ministries and departments or different organizations. This will cover, and we will also be giving you some material related to the recent developments, the Press Information Bureau, PIB related, material and other things. So that will get covered. So there will be some discussion on important issues which have come up in the PIBs in the last 1 year. This will be the second empowerment session. So this is all about and also reports related to governance. If there are in India also, we have different, reports which are there, from which if some new idea has come on governance or is being experimented upon, that can be covered. So this is all what I wanted to discuss as far as the extra support or the empowerment sessions, whatever is to be provided to you. Now, the third aspect is related to how will you enroll for the test series. Okay, as far as the enrollment is concerned, so we have, let me just share the screen once again. Here we have this, you see, the schedule. In the schedule itself, it has been given register at, you go to register at, go to this link bit.ly, the Akademy. On this link itself, you will have to fill up a form. Okay. Once you have filled the form, after that, maybe in 1, 2, or 3 days, you will be getting on your email a link for making the payment. Once you have made the payment, then on the registered email ID, whatever email ID you have registered, where we'll be sending the payment link also on the same registered email ID, we'll send you the entire detail about the, the test portal. Then how will you log in, your password, right? The entire process will be given to you in detail on the test portal. As far as now, to tell you that test portal, on the test portal, you will have to log in. So from your student ID, and you will be getting the particular program of the test series, that is Public Administrative Test Series program, in which on the day as it has been scheduled, the test paper will be uploaded, right? You can download the question paper, attempt the answers, and you will write the answers in the answer script, the format which we will be sending you through mail. Okay, we will send you the pattern of the answer script also. You will take a printout of that and get it Xerox and write your answers only in those scripts. Having written all your answers or attempted for the entire test series, you will scan the copies, make a PDF, and upload that PDF onto the portal. Again, we will tell you the entire process of how you have to download the question paper, how you have to upload the your answers, right, your test sheets. And then after that, it will be before the next test itself, your answers will be evaluated and it will be re-uploaded on the portal itself from where you can download it. So everything will happen through that test portal itself, for which the entire detail will be sent to you. You will not have any difficulty in handling that. It will be pretty user friendly, right? So that won't be any problem over there. Okay. Now, I hope I have made this clear, like how you have to enroll and then how the test portal, entire test portal will be functioning. Also, the discussion will be there on each of the tests, right, at 5 p.m. onwards on that very same day as it has been scheduled. So discussion will be live sessions that will happen through our web portal. We will send you the links also. We'll give you the access for that also. We will give you all the details. And the recorded videos will also be available over there, and you can at your convenience watch those recorded sessions of the test series discussion, right? So this is what I think I wanted to discuss with you. And for anything else, for any doubt, any clarity, you can get into on the contacts which are given in the brochure, which are given there in the test series schedule. You can directly text me also if you have more doubts or you want to know more about the test series program. So we are going to start from 13th of August with the first test as it has been scheduled. So those people who are planning to join, you can join the test series at any of this points. Some people, if you want to join later on also, you can join the test series at your will, because the entire test will be flexible. You can write it according to the way it suits you. Thank you so much.